Hi and welcome. I am trying to learn Biographyology, today the Blessed Virgin Mary, and after we've done it, we're going to do leg injury prevention training. And if you participate in the leg injury prevention training, then it's your own risk. This is part 4, I think, of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Now we're trying to do the presentation. Let's go faster for information. So, the feast days. There's Assumption on the 15th August, and then on the 8th September, 8th, 9th. On the 8th September, there's the Nativity. Then on the 20th of March is Annunciation, on the 2nd February, Purification, and on the 2nd July, Visitation. She's depicted in art with wearing a blue robe and veil, and holding the infant Jesus. She is the patronage of humanity, and there are paintings depicting her. There is by Luciano Filipino Lippi, the Mother Mary and the Virgin and Child of Angels. The Virgin and Child of Angels. And now by Jan van Eyck, there has begun altarpiece, the Virgin and Child, the Virgin Mary, just the Virgin Mary. And by El Greco, the Virgin Mary, by Jan van Eyck, began altarpiece, the Virgin Mary, the Filipino Lucci. Where do I have Lucci from? Filipino Lippi, there is now the Virgin with Child and Angel, the Virgin and Child of Angels. The Virgin and Child of Angels, and by Paolo Uccello, there is Mary's presentation in the temple. Now, her profile, she is the Mother of Jesus, and she has titles. She is called Our Lady and Madonna, and Mother of God, and Queen of Heaven, and Immaculate Conception, and Mediatrix of all graces. Okay, she is the Mother of Jesus, and she's the only human without original sin, tainted with original sin. And it is told in the Gospels about her in the Bible. And she is betrothed to Joseph when she is visited by Gabriel, who announces to her that she is through the power of God pregnant, bearing a son, and that son is Jesus. She is visited by the angel Gabriel, who announces to her that through the power of the Holy Spirit she will bear a son, Jesus, the Son of God. And she travels with Joseph to Bethlehem, where Jesus is born. They are going for a time to Egypt, but then back to Nazareth. She is a loving and responsible mother, and she's never in doubt of the messiahship of Jesus. Her acceptance of his messiahship is never in doubt. And her sorrow at the foot of her cross in the final hours is depicted in many paintings, and she is there commissioned to be the beloved disciple. There are some people reporting to have visitations by apparitions. Yes, but it's visitations. Seeing visions. I think it's all three. There are people saying they have visitations by Mary, and also miraculously curing of diseases, and that she tells the people that the people do not express their pity for the other humanity and the suffering of the world enough. And some places where people are pilgrimaging to are Lourdes in France, where an apparition is said to have been in 1858. Lourdes, France, 1858, or Fatima, 1917, Portugal. Okay, I'm going to try it. The difficult part is the beginning with all the things. Let's start the camera. I looked it up. I said it in the previous part when we did Joseph and Anne. Welcome Day is the offer, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm not able to say the feast days. They are not in chronological order. The Blessed Virgin Mary. She has feast days, and these feast days are the 15th August, and that is Assumption. And then also the 8th September, and that is Visitation, Nativity. The Blessed Virgin Mary. The feast days of the Blessed Virgin Marys are the 15th August, and that is Assumption. And then also the 8th September, and that is Nativity. And then also the 25th March, and that is Annunciation. And then the 2nd February, that is Purification, and the 2nd July, that is Visitation. She is depicted in art through a blue veil and robe, and also through holding the infant Jesus. And she's the patronage of all humanity. And there are paintings about her, for example, by El Greco, the Virgin Mary, or also by Jan van Eyck, the Grand Altarpiece of Virgin Mary, or by Filippino Lippi, the Virgin and Child with Angels, or by Paolo Uccello, Mary's Presentation in the Temple. Now, and she has titles. She is called, so beside of being her prophet is to be the mother of Jesus, but she has also titles, and that are now Mediatrix of all graces, and Madonna, and Our Lady, and Queen of Heaven. And now in the Gospels is told about her in the Bible, and there is told that she was betrothed to Joseph, and then she had a visit through Gabriel, an angel, and Gabriel told then Mary that she is pregnant through the power of the Holy Spirit, and that she's bearing God's Son, Jesus. And she bears then Jesus in Bethlehem. They're going for a time to Egypt, but then they're going back to Nazareth. And there Jesus is growing up with Joseph and Mary. And now she is a loving and responsible mother, and she's never in doubt of the messiahship of Jesus. By the time of the crucifixion of Jesus, she is then made the beloved disciple. And that scene is often depicted in art, that her sorrow at the cross. And there is told about apparitions of Mary to people, and there are then miraculous healings of diseases are told about them, and also that she is telling the people that they should not suppress their pity to the suffering in the world. And for example, it's told that one of these apparitions, which are now pilgrimage places where people are pilgriming there, was in 1855 in Lourdes in France, or in 1917 in Fatima in Portugal. Well, that's according to Malcolm Day's The Treasury of Saints book on the page 12 and 13. Now it was a presentation. I hope that this time the camera has me in focus. I saw that Joseph's presentation was completely out of focus. I'm going to stop the camera. And that was the Blessed Virgin Mary. In the next part of Biographyology, we will maybe do someone else in Biographyology, but when we continue in this book here, at some point in Biographyology, we're going to have probably Martha or Monica. Now, that was the Biographyology part. If you are here for Biographyology, you can go directly to the next part of Biographyology, where we will talk about some person. If you stay here and participate in the leg injury prevention training, that is what it always comes. And having a good standing stance, and we swing one leg to the side and front. And the other leg and front and to the side. And now with a foot in front and back. And the other leg in front and back. And now one leg up, breathe in, and out the leg to the side, pine pulcra, again into the middle, and down. Other leg up, breathe in, out to the side, again in, out into the middle, and down. Again one leg up, the direction warrior, arms out, and go with the arms over to one side. And to the other side. And now across also with the leg. And to the other side. To the middle and down. And the other leg up. And with the hands over to one side. over to the opposite, and both of them. And now, leg up, and press with the knee up and to the side. Our leg up, leg with the knee up to the side. And now, the wide kata. This exercise can go onto the knee. Stand good on one leg, turn over to the leg, go down, turn over to the other side, and come up again. With your other leg. Stand good, turn over to the leg, go down, turn over to the other side, and come up again. Another clock that can go again onto the knee. Stand good on one leg, and go with the knee in all the directions in 90-minute intervals on an imaginary dial of a clock. And now with the other leg. Go with the heel to 12 o'clock and to 1:30 and 3, and to 10:30 and 9, and 7:30 and 6, and 4:30 and 3. And now the next exercise, the pipette. Don't do this exercise if you're pregnant. Heel onto the ground and lift the heel off the ground and place it again onto the ground. And on your side, heel onto the ground, lift it heel off and place it again onto the ground. And now, one hand on tummy, one on lower back, and lift the leg in a straight line up. Flex foot, and try to bring the leg higher. Control with the hands, but you don't fall back. Try to bring the leg higher, and pull it up. Pull the leg up, point with the toes down, relax the leg. Other leg. One hand on tummy, one on lower back, and leg up. Try to bring it higher. And pull the leg up, point with the toes down, relax the leg. And now the stand. Up and down with the leg. Flex foot. And your leg. And now the horse. Knee in and up. And if you like, you can go a camel. We will also the upper part of the body down. And if you like another exercise, I still don't have a leg. Or you go completely over. Try not to fall and end up down. Be taller with a standing leg. And one more. And on the other side. First horse. Now the camel, the whole body. But only if you can. And now you exercise the whole leg strings. Tall up with a standing leg, down from in the double. And one last. And then we're ending. Legs wide apart, causing exercise, breathing out on it. And out. Again, in and up. And out and down. Breathing across the legs. And breathing out. That was the leg engine prevention training. Thank you very much, and until next time.